Yo, what up, Card Kingdom fam? Kenji here for some more drafting on Magic Online of the Double Masters 2022 format. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button here. And as always, you can go to cardkingdom.com/Numot. That's my affiliate link. Thanks for checking things out. And yeah, let's just jump into our pack. Remember, this is Double Masters, so you get to take 2 cards out of every opening pack and then 1 card thereafter. And you can open up to 4 rares / mythics depending on foils. Because there are always some number of foils in the Double Masters pack, as you can see here, we opened 5 uncommons. The foil being the League, Guildmage, and the Vampiric Rites. So normally you would get the 3 uncommons, but because of the foils, we have extra of those. I don't think Marchesa is first pickable. It's an okay card. Obviously more of a commander thing than anything else, but not really a card that you first pick here in this format. Nor is Miles Aria. Pretty bad, honestly. Too restrictive and just not very good in general. So I think the best choices here are probably going to be like Prophetic Bolt, 4 damage to any target, and then a card out of the deal as well. And maybe like Lava Coil for some extra removal. There's like a Ground Assault here, pretty good as well. Could just take that League Guildmage to stick with red-blue. 2 red-blue cards is not bad. But I think the removal spells are probably best here. I'm going to probably go with the Bolt and the Coil. A couple of other good cards as well. Remember, all of these packs have Cryptic Spires in them, so no need to take these early, although they are good. And all of these cards are reprints, so you'll recognize some of your favorites, whether they be downshifted or upshifted in rarity, as like Lava Coil, for example, I believe started out as an uncommon, that type of thing. But yeah, we'll take those 2 and see what we can move on from there. Abbot of Carol Keep is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. 2 uncommons missing here, so somebody took 2 uncommons out of this pack. I mean, this is a pretty good start if we wanted to go to like the red-blue burn deck. There's also like a Rift Bolt we could take and then plan on wheeling like the Surreal Memoir. The 2 removal spells I had if I were going to take these would be sorceries. Or rather, these two would be sorceries. Surreal Memoir only grabs instants, but plenty of good red and blue instants to make that something that on the wheel that would be good. Do we want to take the Abbot here? Feels like generally the Rift Bolt's slightly better, but this is a good value card, certainly. It's not generally one you want to run out on turn 2 unless you have like no other threats. I guess if it's in your opening hand and you want to try to aggro them out. I'll go ahead and take the Abbot. Again, I don't think this is like particularly good, and maybe Rift Bolt's just better, but haven't really had the chance to play with this one much, so. Okay, that is a very nice Lightning Bolt now. Obviously, slam dunk in this scenario. Gifts Ungiven, Una's Prowler, whatever. Secret of the Way is solid, but yeah, there's no way we're just... Yeah, nothing else here but Bolt for us, basically. Easy pickup. Into maybe an Ingenious Scab. There's an Is It Charm, which is common now, so you don't need to take those early. Altasaur for the green ramp decks is fantastic. A couple of good cards here, but yeah, Scab's too good. There are a ton of good prowess creatures in this format, and I think Scab is one of the better ones just because it starts off as a pretty relevant size. A 2/3 is not bad, and just by casting 1 spell, you get it up to a 3/4, and it's pumpable. Let's take the Scab here. Look to be nice. Look to be, yeah. I think we're going to just lock in the red-blue deck. This deck can be super fun if it pans out. Surprisingly, oftentimes when I draft this deck, I don't find many Swift Spears. They are common as well, so you would expect to see just as many Scab as like Swift Spear, but for some reason it feels like Swift Spear gets taken aggressively, and it's not even like that good of a card, but this is the deck for it. Probably going to wheel some number of Is It Charms. Spark Mage's Gambit's not awful as well, but a second Scab looks great. Another fantastic pack here for us. We have a Rift Bolt, a Mana Leak, a Boros Garrison. I think here we'll just go with the Burn spell. Counters are super good in Double Masters. Just because the majority, like any of the Masters formats, the majority of cards are playable. You can always get some good value out of counters because your opponents are always going to be playing good cards. There's like no unplayable card in this format, you know? Oftentimes there are a bunch of big like X spells as well your opponent could have, like Villainous Wealth or Hydroid Krasis type stuff. But I think I like the Rift Bolt a little bit more here than the first leak. As we get in, is it Boiler Works? Oh, similar to Mana Leak, I think Spell Pierce is a fantastic one, especially in this style of deck, where I'm going to be super low to the ground. I can just hold up 1 blue mana, you know, ruin an opponent's day by getting either their removal spell or their big stabilizing card. But Boiler Works a little bit better here. Into maybe a Perforos's Emissary or Cryptic Spires at this point. Initiate's more filler. It's okay, but I don't think it's the creature that we're looking for. Capture Sphere's pretty bad as well. There are just too many other ways to kill something. And truth be told, a lot of the red-blue cards are just burn-based, but I don't think Capture Sphere is what we want to take here. Emissary could be okay. The Menace is relevant, but I think this is just a Cryptic Spires. Okay, Wield the Guild Mage. That's a great sign. Kind of late ground assault, but whatever. I'm not a big fan of Crew and Striker, but it would be a fine 2-drop in a pinch. Assistant Wield versus nothing. I'm not sure we want Assistant, but I guess for the color signaling purposes, we'll go ahead and take that. I mean, Capture Sphere is okay for the sideboard, too. I mean, I could take Seeker of the Way, too. This is another good prowess creature, but I'd rather stick with 2 color than delve into 3, even though fixing is so good in this format. Eel Umbra on the wheel was a good one. Lots of good, efficient removal in the format, and being able to blow it out with a card like this is nice. I'm probably going to end up running 2 Eel Umbras, honestly. That is a super late ranker. Okay, not a bad first pack. I'd say we kind of solidified ourselves into the red-blue prowess spells deck. You'll note that none of the Izzet Charms wield. That could be slightly problematic if there's another drafter taking all of our red-blue cards, but as in any Masters format, like I said, you're going to end up with enough playables no matter what. Okay, pack number 2, we opened a Hostage Taker and a Hardened Scales as our rare. Another Lightning Bolt, which we're certainly going to take. So the question is, what do we want to take alongside the Bolt? Because the other red-blue options here are pretty weak overall. I'm expecting one of the Dweller Oracles to wheel. And like Initiate plus Hero are not good. So the options here being between like Hostage Taker for a potential splash, or the Cryptic Spires. And, I mean, the Hostage Taker is just way too good, right? Too much potential there. If I get enough fixing, I will play it. Otherwise, you know, it's very little downside to take it since nothing of note is being passed otherwise. Okay, next pack has an Either Snipes. Burning Tree Emissary is okay in this deck if you can get enough of the 2-drops you can cast off of it. So those Crew and Strikers I was talking about, or maybe even Swift Spears or whatever. But I think Jeskai Elder here, probably the choice. I love Sodrax's Spectre, and I think this card is fantastic, but again, I don't really want to be splashing. Though I know I have that Hostage Taker already if I wanted a splash black. I just think the 2-color red-blue deck is so much better overall. Dockside Extortionist. This is obviously not a card intended for draft so much. But really, there's nothing in this pack for us, is there? Somebody took the Cryptic Spires already. We already have Capture Sphere in the sideboard. The only card I guess I might consider playing is like Artist if we ended up in... No, but there's no chance I'm going to end up in Grixis, is there? Not even for this. We'll take it, but I don't plan on playing it. That was a really bad pack for us. Another Rift Bolt here over Bloodbraid Elf. Seems good, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 5 creatures right now. So definitely need to pick up more Jeskai Elders, any Swift Spears we see. The 1s and 2s I think are more important than the 3s, but wouldn't mind picking up some more Scabs as well. Yikes. So it seems like we might be getting a little bit cut off in this direction from the red-blue cards, but that's okay because I think we'll get rewarded again in pack 3. Here we can take the Cryptic Spires or the Titan Strength, both okay. Titan Strength acting like another pseudo bolt effect. I have 4 bolts right here. Okay, we'll take that over the Cryptic. Wash out. Another Aven Initiate. Summer or Pirate's Pillage. I think we'll go with the Pillage here. I don't think Conqueror's Flail's any good. But this can help splash if we do end up playing like that Hostage Taker or whatever. Sideboard Anger Gods, or no, I'll just take the Cryptic Spires here again. Burning Tree on the wheel, same thing with Rift Bolt. Interesting. I do need more creatures, but that being said, I don't have the cards I would really want to play the Burning Tree with. Man, we are just turning up just straight up burn deck. Look at this. 3 Rift Bolts, 2 Lightning Bolts, and a Prophetic Bolt. This is a currently 6 bolt deck. Kind of crazy. Okay. Huh. If only Lava Spike was in this format too, we could get a little bit cute with just mono burn spells at the face. I guess with so few creatures, the Eel Umbras might not be as good. Okay. As expected, we did wheel all of those 2-drops. Or all those red cards in general. Go ahead and just take one of them. Let's see, 17 playables. Oh, Burning Tree. Okay, another Burning Tree on the wheel is good. We're probably going to end up playing these. And now we have a couple more creatures. Some scary green-white cards going around as well. Bloodbraid Elf Wheeling? That's probably more splashable in our deck than the Hostage Taker. Or that is to say, it would be a better splash in our deck than the Hostage Taker. Very interesting. Okay, pack number 3. There is one of the cards we were looking for, and I think this is the first one we've seen. That's the Bloodwater Entity. 3 mana, 2/2 Flying Prowess. When it ETBs, you get to put an instant or sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. If you want to, you don't have to. Sadly, no other creature here that I would want to take, but we do have another burn spell in the form of the Stagger. So certainly taking the Entity. And yeah, I guess we'll take the Stagger along with it. We'll see about this Bloodbraid Elf. Skin Render's great, obviously. Agony Warp. There's a Drogskull Reaver here. Man, that green-white deck would have been pretty nasty as well, but look at the number of burn spells we have. It's crazy. And the majority of them go face, right? Yeah. Another Prophetic Bolt, too. Jeez. Okay, this is more just red-blue burn than anything else. Gonna have to shave these Eel Umbras and just maximize our creature/burn count, it feels like. 3 Rift Bolts, 2 Lightning Bolts, Stagger Shock, and Prophetic Bolt. Kinda nuts. There's another Lava Coil. There's a Mana Leak. There's a Cruin Striker, I guess. Feels like Mana Leak is probably better here than Cruin Striker. I don't think we need to take a Lava Coil with how many burn spells we have. But I also want to get more creatures, so let's go ahead and just take the Cruin. Teriel, huh? Another Ingenious Scab here. Pretty easy. Just way too good with all of our burn spells. And we don't have that many 3-drops anyways. Okay, another Burning Tree versus that Dark Dweller Oracle. Another fine pickup. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures now that can cast off of a Burning Tree, including the other Burning Tree itself. And in a pinch, I mean, Burning Tree Oracle, or not Burning Tree Oracle, Burning Tree Emissary can fix for Bloodbraid Elf if we wanted to splash this. You know? Snipes is not bad. I kind of like Livewire Lash too. This is a good protection effect versus like opposing removal, but I think I like that in the green-white deck more, where you want to be targeting your own creatures. Yeah, we'll go with the snipes here. Another Burning Tree Emissary. Oh, dang. Deep Analysis, too. Feel like I'm probably just supposed to take another creature, but I wouldn't mind Analysis for sure. That's 3 Burning Tree Emissaries now. I think we might be able to wheel one more, can't we? Let's see. If we cut all those, we're at 23. Would I be running 16 lands in this deck, or would I be running 17? Pretty close to a 16 lander. What we're going to have to do is like 10 red sources, though, because of all the Burning Tree and all of the 1 mana red spells. Right, we have 5 red spells that are effectively 1 mana. We might even cut the Ether Snipes because it's so slow. If we can find another replacement. Oh, perfect. Jeskai Elder. Nice. That is excellent. I mean, it's blue, so it doesn't really do much off of a Burning Tree, but it's another aggressive 2-drop when we have a million burn spells. Another Cryptic Spires here. Yeah, that makes our fixing a little bit better. Not that we really want to play a bunch of tap lands in this deck, but the fixing is kind of a necessity, it feels like. Right? Yeah, I think so. Because these are all the red cards, and then look at the blue cards, so. Gambit for the sideboard is okay. We're not playing that. Probably not playing any of these. I always think this is the 2/2 double striker, but no. Card's pretty bad in this format, I found. I suppose we could run the Titan Strength at this point. We did pick up enough creatures, and it's really good with all of my prowess creatures, of which we have like 7 now, right? 3 Scab, Entity, 2 Elder, that's 6. Abbot, 7. Yeah, we have 7 prowess creatures. Maybe that's better than the 17th land. And we still have those cards that we can choose to play if we wanted to. Hostage Taker, Bloodbraid Elf. Or actually, maybe I can run that Eel Umber now. We ended up getting a bunch more creatures. No, maybe that's better, actually. That's a lovely creature curve. Look at that. That's funny looking. 9 2-drop creatures, 4 3-drops, and then like infinite burn spells. Love it. And we get Cryptic Spires and Boilerworks. So we get 12 basics. Let's see, this would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue. That seems right. Just a little bit of a nod toward the red over the blue. Okay, this looks like a crazy good red-blue aggro burn deck, so kind of excited to see how it plays out. Let's go to round 1 and see if we can pew-pew. Okay, we have won the die roll here for round 1 of our Double Masters draft. How's our hand look? It's acceptable. We're on the play with a turn 2 Burning Tree Emissary into Coiling, or not Coiling Oracle, Dark Dweller Oracle. Then we do have one of our Rift Bolts for removal. So, definitely seems like a keep, even though it could end up a little bit awkward. Ooh. Mountain as well from the opponent. That was a nice draw, obviously. Okay, they're playing the red-white aggro deck. So let's spend... Well, let's not do that first. Let's attack for 4 and see if they block. Okay. Then we're going to suspend the Rift Bolt. Play out the Boilerworks. So if they have a burn spell, they're going to want to use it this turn, of course. Pass. Oh, that means they have a Martial Glory? would be my guess. So let's go for the Rift Bolt on the Pyro, see what they do. In fact, it is a Martial Glory. All right, we're going to Stagger Shock in response. They do get their 1/1, and that's fine. The Rift Bolt was going to effectively be countered anyways. All right. So all of our burn spells are likely to be aimed at their creatures, because the red-white deck cares a lot about creatures. If they don't have a path to exile here, this is a really awkward play. Because I have the Stagger Shock on Rebound. Okay, maybe that was just a mistake on their part. Let's go ahead and Guild Mage, suspend Rift Bolt. And I'm going to hold the land for Pirate's Pillage. Plus what we can do is with the Rift Bolt, we can actually copy it with our 4 lands, or 4 mana. Okay, so we're just going to go face here. Assuming I hold priority correctly. So click on that, copy it. And we're just going all face with it. Put them down to 2. We know we have a million burn spells we can draw. All right, and they scooped it up. Nice. So they are going to be a creature-based deck. We effectively have all of our burn spells anyways. I don't think we bring in Capture Sphere. Like, we have 2 bolts, Lava Coil, Stagger Shock, 3 Rift Bolts, 2 Prof Bolts, so I'm imagining we're going to be okay versus a creature deck. Yep. Love it. Resubmit it. Go to game 2. Okay, game number 2 here. This is a slightly awkward hand, but I think we can end up keeping it. Obviously would love to draw one of our cheap burn spells here, but we get to go turn 1 Mountain, turn 2 Boiler Works, turn 3 Mountain Emissary Scab. That's probably okay. I don't think it's like a fantastic hand, but it's worth keeping. And that helps it a lot. So because I'm going to be playing a bounce land on turn 2 and I'm on the draw, I will have to discard a card. So they have a turn 2 Seeker. Oh, interesting. I mean, I would be turn 2 Burning Tree into nothing, so I think I was still like going Boiler Works here and just discarding an island. Next turn we can go Burning Tree, plus decide what 3-drop we want to do. That's really bad for us. Okay. That will certainly be a problem. Well, I mean, it really depends on how many more instant, or rather non-creature spells they cast to trigger that. Because if they don't have too many ways to trigger it left, then we can race it. But if they have a couple of extra ways to trigger it and keep attacking for, 4 lifelink, it's going to be hard for us to get that. Yeah, can't block. It's got first strike. They played a Scab too. Nice. Sheesh. And we're flooding out a bit, huh? Okay, I'm just going to pass here. We need to play defensive. We're flooding out a bit, but we have a good card for next turn. Yeah, I think I like double blocking. This could lead to me getting blown out, but I think it's the way we play. Gonna play as if they don't have anything. Okay, this will work out. Because they ordered like this, I don't actually need to do anything. I can allow first strike damage to resolve. And then after first strike damage resolves, pump up my scab by 1. Nice. That worked out perfectly. And that tells us they don't have a trick, so now we get to stagger shock both of their Seeker of the Way. Pretty disgusting. Yeah, and now the game's basically over. Fire off a Prof Bolt on their only creature. Grab another scab. Smack in for 4. Alright. I mean, we are flooded out. I guess they don't need to draw too many spells, but it's not going to take much for us to win this one. Another land, of course. Double pump. Another scab. Okay, fair. Wow. So, this is basically the only way we could lose this. If they just draw a couple more spells, I mean, we're still putting on quite a bit of offense, but oh, there's a Swift Spear. We needed that. And another Hyena Umbra. Nice. Okay. So they must have just drawn that, otherwise they would have cast it last turn. I don't think they can attack, though. Yeah, not with the scab. Good draw. Okay. So, Entity. Put the Prof Bolt on top. And I could actually attack here if I wanted to, but I don't think there's a need to. If I attacked, I could push in 4 damage on the unblocked one and go for immediate lethal, but this should be good enough as is. I'm going to go ahead and play out my lands to play around a leak or something. Let's go ahead and aim this at face. I mean, they'll be dead to any trigger on the entity, so yeah, like Riftbolt would have won, Eel Umbra would have won, anything basically would have won. Yep. Nice little smashing there. This deck, pretty good. 1-0, go to round 2. And on to round number 2 here of this Double Masters draft. We are on the play again because we're so smart. Hand looks decent. Does need to find one more land, but we got a early curve with some good removals, so looks good enough to me. Cryptic Spires on blue-black for them. Really want to draw a mountain next turn, or an island. Any untapped land is great. Land? Untap land? One time? Didn't get there. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate. I think what I like doing here is also suspending the Rift Bolt. And this way, if we do draw an untapped land, we can still cast the Rift Bolt on any creature they cast this turn. This is kind of just like a tempo play. This kind of stops them from playing something that they, might block with. And because we have so much burn, aiming this at the face if they do just pass is completely reasonable for us. All right, there's the untapped land. So pre-combat, because the Crew and Striker gets pumped. And if this hits in, they go to 12 already. And we still have 2 removal spells in our hand, so... We'll feel real confident about our position if they don't do anything with 3 mana here. Nice. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. This deck definitely preys on the slower 5-color rampy decks. Oh, you know what we didn't get? The Spell Pierce. Did I only see 1 during the draft? I might have only seen 1 Spell Pierce during the draft. And I think we saw like 2 Mana Leak. Hopefully this is just like Elvish Rejuvenator. Arachnus Web! Ooh, wait. That's fine. So 2 different plays I can make here. Bolt their face and then hit them for, let's see, that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them to 5. Or just play out another Ingenious Scab. If I ever play 2 creatures in a turn, the Arachnus Web falls off the Cruin Striker. Whoa, 5 mana pass is crazy. I'm going to go for Pirate's Pillage here, discarding Lava Coil pre-combat. Attacks? Okay, I'm going to go for Bolt here. Because even if they kill one of my Scabs, they still take 4 and die to Prof Bolt, so... Trophy. Okay, that's fine. We'll use the ability. Oddly, I'm going to grab a blue here so I can pump. Not going to use the treasure. Them going to 2 is more relevant, though, since we have Stagger Shock in the deck. But them going to 1, it doesn't make a difference. Alright, Spinner and GG. They could have 1 card, and that's Force of Negation. And they don't. Beautiful. Yeah, this deck slaps, man. So versus the 5-color slow deck, what do we want to bring in, if anything? Eel Umbra is generally pretty useful versus them. Seeing that they have Arachnus Web makes Titan Strength slightly better, but not great. Generally, Stagger Shock is worse versus them. But this is still a double prowess trigger plus 4 damage, so probably worth keeping. Yeah, we probably don't need to make any swaps. I think the Eel Umbra and the Strength could be okay, but I think our deck probably just fine as is versus that style of deck. So we head off to game number 2 here. Cannot keep that one. Definitely want to have earlier curve. This is both of our 5 drops, so. Okay, well. Yeah, we'll go to 5 because both of those hands were unkeepable, and this will have to do. So definitely pitching 1 land. I think I'm going to pitch Rift Bolt with this hand and keep the Scab, the Boilerworks, the Cryptic Spires, the Mountain. Not a great start for us, though. Obviously, a mulligan to 5 never is. Okay. Drawing all of our tap lands as well. Not great. Okay. That's good. So we get to scab this turn, and then Pirates Pillage next turn, discarding one of our Spires since we drew an untapped land. It's pretty surprising they didn't have anything to do with 3 mana last turn. No Coiling Oracle, no Elvish Rejuvenator. Not even like a Agony Warp end of turn. That is strange as well. Huh. Damn. If I had a burn spell for that, that would be really good to just pop off immediately. Sadly, I do not. I mean, if we can kill the Living Lightning before they get an instant or sorcery in their graveyard, that's going to be really nice. That means we turn their Living Lightning into a 3/2 for 4 mana. Perforos is... Wait, what is going on? I have no idea what's happening here. They have some strange ones in their deck. So I'm going to go Burning Tree into Prophetic Bolt. I could see if they block first, but then I run the risk of them having Disfigure. So I'd rather just kill the Emissary. Wow, bad hits too. Or maybe good hits, getting rid of all those lands. And then next turn we can Entity plus put the Bolt on top. Don't think we want to play out one of these 2 drops with 2 treasure. Surprisingly have seen very little burn. The one Rift Bolt's on the bottom, yeah, but... This is Ground Assault. I'm gonna get punished for not killing that Living Lightning before they found an instant or sorcery, I'm sure, but... Oh, just Arachnus Web. That's whatever. And it makes sense for them to attack here, because again, if I cast any non-creature spell, they couldn't block it anyways. That's not bad. So yeah, let's just kind of hand dump. Attack for 2. Bloodwater Entity. Put the Bolt on top. And let's go ahead and play out Guildmage and Elder. I think the Crew and Striker is the least relevant of our creatures, so I'm going to just leave that in the hand for now. I wonder how many instants and sorceries they have in their deck to be running Living Lightning. Oh. Oh, what is it? Bolas! Wow, okay. So they can uptick and hit my Prophetic Bolt. That's pretty good value. Sheesh. Yeah, that's a good play. Damn. I guess they kill the Entity here. That's really gross for us. Holy smokes. Yeah, there goes the flyer. Well, if we can draw any of our burn, we get to kill the Lightning and then kill the Nicol Bolas, but if we brick this turn, we kind of just lose. Yeah. Wow. Really brutal. Okay, I guess I draw a card and hope to find something. Jeez Louise. That's bad. Yeah, good beats. Yeah, we rip one of our burn spells there, I think we win. Kill this, they get no value. Kill Bolas, then we have a huge board state versus nothing. They hit an Abbot, which hit Rampant Growth. Okay, that wasn't that bad. They have 7 mana X-Spell, maybe a Krasis or Villainous for small amount, or Green Sun. Okay, that grabs their Arachnus Spinner. A Rurikthar! Oh, spicy. Yeah, alright, GG's. We can go on to the next game, most likely. Well, remember, that was a mulligan to 5, and we really didn't find any of our non-creature spells. Yeah. We should be very good versus a deck trying to cast Nicol Bolas, I will say that. Yeah, let's run it back and just run them over. That's the game plan. On to game 3 of this second round on the play. And that hand is much better. Fantastic hand. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Get some looting because we have excess land as well. And if we draw more land... We haven't seen a Disfigure or anything for them. Haven't seen much cheap removal. So if we can just start to apply early pressure, then that's the dream. Hopefully they just go tap land here or whatever. Excellent. Stagger Shock. It seems like something worth keeping. I guess I'm going to pitch the Abbot here. And just play out a Scab this turn. Maybe they have Arachnus Web or something again. Just Eyeblight's Ending on my Scab, sure. It's a good draw as well. All right, let's attack for 1. I mean, I don't have much pressure right now. They're not taking very much damage. Play out the Scab again, then play the Boiler Works. Bounce a land. Although we might just start casting a bunch of spells and aiming Burn at face. Wow, that's really bad. Okay. Shoot. Now we have a problem because a lot of our pressure has just been immediately deleted. Let's go for Pillage, discard tap land. And attack for 2. I guess I shouldn't have played out my land first. Yeah, discard the land. Play out the Entity. I think we're going to go ahead and grab our Pirate's Pillage back on top. No whammies. Just cast your Perforos's Emissary or whatever. Eyeblight, sure. Or Living Lightning, that's fine. So let's see. How can I hit him for the most here? I guess the play is to Stagger Shock the Living Lightning. Go ahead and let them get back one of their Eyeblight's endings. Smack them for 5, get a loot. Probably play out another Elder. Because if they have to use Eyeblight's ending next turn, that eats up 3 of their mana at least. And now we just aim basically every single burn spell we draw at face. That's fine. We can attack into that. We need to attack into that. I think they might just be dead this turn, right? Stagger Shock face, trigger all my prowess. Oof. Let's see, if I... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Pirate's Pillage, discarding Prophetic Bolt into Rift Bolt is lethal. Very nice. And that's how we do it, baby. 5-color ramp. Not today. Love their deck. I mean, obviously I love drafting the 5-color ramp deck, but sometimes you just gotta go red-blue burn spells, you know? Alright, 2-0. Let's see if we can get a trophy. And on to the third and final round of this Double Masters 2022 Drafto. We're on the draw. Our hand looks pretty nice. Sequence right now is going to be turn 2 Jeskai Elder into turn 3 Burning Tree plus something. But we'll see what the opponent leads on. And if maybe we draw another red 2-drop, we go on Burning Tree on turn 2 instead. Alright, green, blue, pass. I'm okay with that. Already 10 points of burn spells in my hand. Turn 3 pass as well, huh? Okay. I don't know why I played my land pre-combat. That was really bad. If I draw one of my tap lands, I'm going to be pretty upset. Drew Rift Bolt, though. I guess I'm going to discard Pirate's Pillage here and just go Burning Tree plus Suspend Rift Bolt. I don't know what the opponent is doing, but if they're doing nothing, they're going to die pretty quickly. We can start triggering a bunch of prowess in one turn. Like, how much damage can I hit them for next turn if they just, say, go land into Deep Analysis? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, they're playing the Hoopu out into the Bolt. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to wait. We're not going to end of turn Bolt because we want the prowess triggers. So thanks for that. Another Burning Tree. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage if I just go double burn spell this turn. I think instead what I'm going to do is Burning Tree into Rift Bolt. Save the Lightning Bolt, I think. Although, again, I don't know why I played my land out pre-combat. That's super awkward, but... sure. So we win next turn with the land, I guess? Did they brick on Rejuvenator? Oh my gosh. Well, that's kind of absurd. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just bolt face end of turn then. Any untapped land wins. Beautiful. And that'll do. Just fine. Turns out this deck has some pretty crazy draws. Even when I don't play them correctly. Alright, another green-based ramp deck. Again, nothing much to sideboard. I think our deck is just pretty good as it is. I mean, look at that damn curve. 9 2-drops. Infinite burn spells. We resubmit, we go to round or game number 2, and hope to smack them out again. And game number 2 of the finals. On the draw with a hand that's a little bit sketchy, but worth keeping, I think. And this is one of those hands where we, well, okay, I guess not anymore. I was going to say where we probably just run out Abbot of Carol Keep on turn 2 just as an early threat. So the opponent has a Recluse. We're going to go ahead and bolt that and then cast a 2-drop. So if we brick on a land next turn, we can go Abbot and try to hit one off of that instead. Ground Assault, that's fine. Alright, so Abbot into a land would be fantastic. Pirate's Pillage, well, good news is we're not drawing a 4-drop that's uncastable anymore. Four-mana pass. Found the island because I'm a hero. And go ahead and just play out the Scab. I assume they're going to cast some removal spell here, but we'll see. Huh. Interesting. I'm actually a little bit surprised they didn't try to flash in and block my Abbot. Because they saw a bunch of removal from me in game 1, so maybe they just have... Ah, exactly. That's what I was just about to say. Maybe they have Ambuscade, which makes that a good play. Or a... Not a good play, but a... not obvious. What am I looking for? The reason why they didn't block initially. Alright, so go ahead and bolt that. Play Elder, play Boilerworks, bounce, and... Hope here is that they don't have removal for my creatures, and that they just have creatures of their own. Because if they have removal, we're going to have a bad time. Wow. I think with this hand, we are indeed supposed to fire off Bolt. Get the double prowess trigger. Tapped poorly because, again, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I should have left up red to suspend Riftbolt next turn in case I need to discard this mountain. That was pretty loose. I don't know what I'm doing. In my head, it made sense because if I drew like a blue or a red spell, I could cast them still. But do I really want to be looting one of these away? I don't know. Okay, yeah, damage got in. I think we're going to go ahead and suspend the Riftbolt now. Hey, scoop them up. All right, nice little 3-0 here with a very fast red-blue deck. Yeah, that was a fun one. Like I said, I prefer the green-based ramp decks in this format, and if you go back and watch my draft, I definitely could have drafted that. We saw a bunch of Oracles, Rejuvenators, some top-end cards, but, I mean, kind of just fell into a really solid burn deck. 3 Rift Bolts, 2 Lightning Bolts, 2 Prophetic Prisms, and a bunch of cheap aggressive creatures, so pretty nice there. Deck worked very well, only lost, what, that one game where I mulliganed to 5, and it was still kind of close. If we had just drawn one spell for the Bolas, or the creature that was protecting Bolas, we would have gotten them. But good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, thanks for watching here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. A weekly video from me. Don't forget to check them all out, and we'll see you back next time. Peace out.